Hey, it's Laura with Following the Paper Trail, and I just want to show you a project that I've been working on this past week. I posted this on my blog, but I wanted to do a video, kind of a quick little walkthrough of the project and also of the papers that I've created for this project. This is based on my original pirate ship album that I did last year. There's videos available over on my website from when we did the live classes for it. But with this one, I wanted to take it into a different realm and not so, the pirates in the dark, and to make it to be light and airy. So this is a ferry sailing ship. It is constructed in exactly the same fashion as the pirate ship. However, I've then taken it another step by adding mixed media elements to it to give it that little bit of shine and sparkle and maybe a little bit of magic as well. It's a little bit tough to see, being that it's a light finish in the lighting that I have available. So, excuse me, just bear with me. With this one, it's done with my digital paper, so all the wood is done with my digital papers. And again, it's my pirate ship pattern. And with this one, there's different woods. There's a light wood that's used for the siding, kind of a multicolor here for an accent, and then there's kind of a weathered looking wood that's done on the inside. This accent wood is also what I used on these masts. All of this is done out of chipboard and a couple of wood dowels, and then some acetate that I've used, that I've covered then for the sails. Now there will be, in addition to the pirate ship construction videos, which you will use to construct this project, there will be a video with a complete walkthrough of the embellishments done on this one, along with some demos of how I did some of them. I won't be completely reconstructing it, but I will be showing you things like I'm using the acetate for the sails, and I using a matte medium. I put on some gauze, and then I stenciled on top of it. Up here, this is also stenciled with a thicker medium, and then to add, let's see if I can catch it in the light, to add some sparkle, it's got a sparkly medium that's added as well. There's some flowers, some more gauze, some lace that have been added throughout, some beads to represent some lanterns. And so, excuse me, that is, as I said, it's done exactly the same as the ship. It's just added a level beyond by using some mixed media to embellish it. Now with this one, I do have some shippable kits that include the papers, all the chipboard, the wires, the dowels, the cords, the gauze and lace, and all of that kind of thing, the acetate, all the materials that you will need except the consumable materials like the mediums. Also, it does not include the stencils that I used, but there is going to be a comprehensive supply list that lists all of those additional items in addition to the shippable kit that you will need. Like I said, the consumable items such as the mediums, the stencils, that sort of thing. There will be a comprehensive list so that you can use exactly the ones I used, or you can also use ones that you may already have in your bag of tricks, so to speak. So, but there's a shippable kit. There's a digital kit that includes all of the papers, the pattern for the pirate ship, the papers for this ship, as well as for the papers for an album and box that goes along with this. And so there's a digital kit, includes the two patterns and the papers. And then there's also just the patterns available for the pirate ship. And then there's a la carte the papers for the album, as well as there's a separate pattern for the album called Rising Tide. So let me set this aside. I can show you the Rising Tide album. This is the pirate version. I've done this one with my under accordion binding, which has kind of a thickened box spine, but I've done this one as a top bound one. I'm going to do the fairy version as a side bound using these same pages. So this has flaps and more flaps and pockets and that sort of thing in the album. It's a flap and pockets. I have video here on YouTube from when we've been embellishing on this that you can see. But so it's the I'm going to be doing this one for the fairy version again with the side binding. Exact same pages, just rather than binding at the top, it'll bind at the side. And then that also includes a crate box that the album fits inside of. So this opens up. I have the materials for the album inside there right now, but it's a crate box that then the ship can sit on top of, and the album fits inside. And I'll be doing this in the lighter papers and with some embellishment on it for that one as well. I do want to show you the papers real quick for this collection. This one is called the Pink Pearl Pixies paper pack. Say that one fast 5 times. It's all soft and pastel and roses. I personally think I could see this fairy sailing ship for a nursery, and then this paper collection also has kind of a nursery feel to it. So the papers itself for the pirate or the sailing ship is separate from the papers that are for the album. And for those of you who already have the pirate ship pattern as well as the pattern for the albums, but you want to make the fairy one but don't necessarily want to buy the whole kit, I have a supplemental kit for those who already have the patterns and just need the additional papers and the window elements and such that you need to make this version, because the windows are different than the ones on the pirate ship. So that's available digitally as well. So then the papers for this version are different than the ones. The pirate version uses a paper collection called Pieces of 8, and this one is called the Pink Pearl Pixies. Again, I'm going to try not to say that real quick. Again, beautiful roses and fairies included in this collection. All of my papers are printable on an 8.5 by 11 sheet. They have 8 by 10 usable area. I don't run them all the way to the edge because many of you do not have printers that are capable of printing to the edge. It's also the reason why I do them printable on 8.5 by 11. Again, not that many people have capability of printing out 12 by 12. So this allows you, here's one with wood, that allows you to print on your home printer using readily available cardstock. This is index weight cardstock, anywhere from 90 to 110 pounds is my preference. You can do it on lighter, you can do it, I've done it on parchment, I've done it on vellum, you can print on all sorts of things, you can print on craft. It's up to you as to what you want to print it on. The beauty is you can print out as many sheets as you want or need. Many of my paper collections will mix and match, so it gives you that opportunity to mix and match from other collections as well. You can print these double-sided if you choose, or single-sided. That's up to you. I have a couple of all-over patterns as well. This one with a dark wood background. This one kind of with that blush pink background. A green, soft green background. A polka dot. A harlequin check, which I love to use a lot, and a stripe, which I use a lot also as accents on my albums. So that is the Pink Pearl Pixie paper collection. It also has, which I realize I didn't print out, it has 4x6 journaling cards that go with it as well. So that's what's being used for the album. There's the papers for the sailing ship itself, which are separate unless you purchase a digital kit. The digital kit includes both of these paper collections, as well as the pattern for the ship and a pattern for the album and the box. The shippable kit includes all of those above items, as well as all the chipboard that you need, all of the cording, the flowers, the wires, the beads, the lace, the gauze, all of those kind of goodies as are included in addition to the two patterns and the paper collections. And then you can go on and use these paper collections for other projects as well. It's printed paper is once it's gone, and many times once it's gone, it really is gone because you can't reorder. The beauty of the digital papers is once you have them downloaded onto your computer, they're available to you for as long as you choose to use them. So I'm loving doing the digital papers and having those available to work with. Excuse me. It has also given me the opportunity to then create any kind of project that I want to create. I've got 5 or 6 fairy collections now, which are really hard to find. Have some steampunk stuff coming up, and again, finding different types of steampunk papers can be a challenge. So I'm having a blast doing these digital papers, exploring possibilities of maybe getting them printed in the future, but until then, I have a lot of fun with these digital papers. I've designed these myself. I've designed my projects. I design my papers, all of that myself. So it just makes it to where I can really customize for projects. So coming up in the future. But anyway, this one is information regarding the Pink Pearl sailing ship, and there are links that are in the bio below to where you can get to the patterns, the papers, that sort of thing. So anyway, that's what it looks like. Thanks so much.